All in.
This is getting so sick. How can I flop the nuts every single hand and lose? What in the world is going on? Are you kidding me?
That was a no.
このチャンネルでは海外のポーカー番組の日本語解説をしています。Today's hand is
Danny won 11. I won 23 and you both lost 17.
Negrano raises the 2000 with the jack eight of spades.
You want it, Barry?
Lindgren calls with his nines.
Do one score. It's easier.
Daniel bet 2 dimes, and Eric has responded.
That's a prop sheet where they keep track of all their side bets.
See if I can throw away another 2,000.
Bronson calls.
Another ace queen for Doyle.
Losing.
And Ted Forrest, ace king.
Not going to say any idiot jokes right here.
He calls 1,400.
See the stiffy.
4 plays here. Going to see the flop.
Jack and 2 5s.
6.
And Daniel Negrano's got the best hand with a pair of jacks.
$6,000 bet for Negrano.
Very good bet here. Just trying to see where everybody else is at.
He just calls.
Interesting call by Eric Lindgren with 2 players behind him. There's no draw out there, so I don't know what he feels Daniel Negrano has.
Starting over.
Okay.
Turns to 7 of clubs.
Eric did not catch the 9 he was hoping for.
You just lost 10 on this board.
Oh, another 10.
14,000. $14,000 bet for me, dog.
For some reason, he must feel that Daniel Negrano was just bluffing on the flop. They play a lot together. They're good friends. He thought he had a read on Daniel Negrano. But I tell you one thing, he is not happy to see Daniel Negrano call here.
Oh, he's happy now. There's the 9.
Eric Lindgren has caught lightning in a bottle. He's got a full house now. He was way off in his read of this hand, but he's gotten lucky.
36.
Sicko.
So you can have the 2 sheets.
$36,000.
Now, Daniel has a jack, and his kicker cannot beat the 9. If Eric Lindgren has jack 10 or better, Eric Lindgren has the best hand.
My first instinct was call, but I'm trying to talk myself out of it. Excuse me.
We have seen on high-stakes poker that Daniel does not like to throw hands away.
Yeah.
Basically, the only thing Daniel can beat right now is a bluff. And if that 9 didn't come on the river, he would be right.
Yeah.
If Eric, for some reason, would have bet 36,000 if a nothing came on the river, Daniel would be right. But the 9 did come. Eric does have a full house. And he's going to be unlucky one more time.
Or 5.
And he's going to be unlucky one more time.
Or 5. 2 napkins or a 5. 36, right?
36.
Call.
I 2-outed you.
You did? This is just a great game I'm playing in.
No napkins in Eric Lindgren's hand.
Creepy.
Nice pot of 120 grand for Lindgren.
That's good.
I didn't think you had jacks beat.
And this is how it goes sometimes.
Just trying to think if I was going to
Sometimes you always have the best hand, and you always wind up with the worst hand.
I thought you might.
They're both on the property.
I think I would have bet 48.
48? I think I made up my mind. I made up my mind he didn't have jacks beat, and then he hit a 9.
And Lesra has a little bit of a better hand than he did last time. Pocket 6s. He'll raise to 21 here.
Same raise as he did with the 6 deuce of clubs. David Gray's out. Ted Forrest playing a little snug tonight. Daniel Negrano, of course, is going to call with a 5-3 of hearts.
And he does. And Lindgren does as well.
Eric Lindgren has been getting a lot of these kind of hands. Suited connectors.
Flop comes 6-4, deuce, 2 diamonds.
Daniel Negrano has flopped a straight here, and Elliot Lesra has top set.
And he bets 5,500.
What's Daniel going to do with his straight? The absolute nuts at this point?
He raises to 15,000.
There's also 2 diamonds out there, so Daniel's thinking Ellie could have a flush draw. Or maybe an overpair, pair of 7s, pair of 8s, maybe ace-6. He's hoping Ellie raises back.
95?
9,500 to call.
Please raise, Ellie. Please raise back.
Yeah, he's just going to call here.
He's going to let a card come off. Ellie's convinced he has the best hand here.
Turns a 5.
Neither player is happy about that 5. Dan's going to bet 30,000 here. But on the flop, Daniel had the absolute nuts. Now, if for some reason Ellie had the 7-8 of diamonds, a hand like that, or maybe ace-3 of diamonds, he would be tying Daniel now and have a free roll at catching a diamond on the river. That's why Daniel's shaking his head. Ellie also doesn't like a 5 because Daniel could have any of those hands. Daniel could have a 7-8 of diamonds or ace-3 of diamonds. So Ellie's thinking about, do I raise here with my 3-6? I don't think he can. As I said, neither player liked that 5.
And he calls here.
Ellie's just going to call and hope the board pairs on the river.
Okay, then.
Daniel doesn't want to see a diamond.
And the board does pair with the deuce.
Another bad beat for Daniel Negreanu. And he's almost feeling it.
How much you playing, bro?
In the low hundreds range.
120 maybe.
David Gray has done something that all the players don't like. Daniel Negreanu wanted Ellie Lesser to answer when he said, how much you playing? Thought he might be able to get some kind of read from the way Ellie answered.
Right.
And David Gray very quickly gave him the amount.
Check.
Ellie's only problem here is how much to bet.
60.
60,000.
This is good. I mean, just why don't I flop the nuts every hand I play and then come like bad and bad? This is getting creepy. Flop like forceful. Just getting really creepy. Flop the absolute joint.
It really is creepy.
Yeah.
It's happened a lot to Daniel.
Atrocious luck.
But Daniel could save $60,000. He should be realizing at this point that people aren't bluffing at him. If he calls this 60,000, he's hoping for a split.
Maybe you got the same hand.
There you go. Yeah.
Maybe you got nothing. Every hand plays like this.
If Ellie had a pair of 7s or any overpair, he wouldn't be betting yet. Daniel calls.
There he goes.
I'm just getting crazy.
Negreanu on the wrong side of another big pot.
Yeah,
I thought I was sucking you in.
yeah, you are.
You.
But as unlucky as Daniel has been,
This happened more to me than I've ever seen in my life on this show.
he is always calling on the river when he's beat.
It's unbelievable how many times it's been happening to me.
It is cold deck for this guy.
How many cold decks have I had today?
Negreanu's 10-9 of hearts.
All right, my mommy
Raises to 2,000. Lingering calls with his pocket 8s.
That's for sure.
Or sausage.
That's for sure.
You'd have to pick around it.
I don't eat the cheese either.
Oh, you don't eat cheese anymore, right? You told me that.
David Gray keeps on talking.
Oh, you got that. You're drawing dead on that bet.
You're not over 140
I'm
yet?
140. Yeah, I'm over 140.
All right, I got a shot.
He's got a 170 number. I mean,
You got to be over
lifetime.
170?
Yeah.
What's
If
that
I'm
mean?
ever over, somebody called.
If you're ever over 170?
I lose like 20,000 to him. He laid me 20 to 1.
If I'm ever under 170.
I laid him 20 to 1. He gave me $1,000.
How are you gonna win?
No, he paid me already. And if I'm ever over, then I got to pay him the whole thing back.
That's it. Be as stiff. You.
Daniel Negreanu flops a straight, and Eric Lindgren flops a set.
He bets 4,000.
You can make me that bet.
Lingering calls.
One more time, Daniel Negreanu flops the nuts. And look at this. Eric Lindgren makes quads. It's happening again to Daniel Negreanu. He's flopped the nuts one more time. And Eric Lindgren, like Gus Hansen, has made quads. And Eric Lindgren is not acting as fast as Gus Hansen did. Eric Lindgren doesn't know what to do here. Trying to figure out what his best play is. Daniel Negreanu's bet 12,000, and Eric's thinking about, should I raise right here? How strong is Daniel's hand?
Eric just calls.
Probably putting Daniel on a queen.
Ace of hearts on the river.
You were around for the flood. From Noah?
Daniel again believes he's got the best hand. He hopes that Eric's made aces and queens.
Swears he was there to witness them. So
Eric's saying, please bet again, Daniel.
I was inside the wheel.
Okay, John.
Negreanu bets 25,000.
25,000.
Eric again taking a lot of time here.
you played the tournament today, John, or did you?
All in.
This is getting so sick. How can I flop the nuts every single hand and lose? What in the world is going on? Are you kidding me?
That was a no.
You gotta be just kidding.
Have you played any of the out here?
Daniel, who's generally very mild-mannered, has reached the end of his rope here.
Oh, yeah.
This is about the fourth, fifth time that he's flopped the nuts and he's gotten raised on the river.
What good is it?
He's called every time.
Oh, brother, man.
Now, if any time he shouldn't call, it's this time.
You gotta just be kidding me.
There is nothing that he can beat except a bluff.
Thanks.
Eric is not raising with ace-queen. He's not raising with queen-jack.
Oh, man, this is just so sick.
He might raise with king-10.
How much is it? He doesn't have king 10. We know that.
That's what, 50?
Daniel has eliminated that hand.
67.
There was no flush draw on the flop.
Just go so sick.
I'll count for you. 72-7. 72-7. Assuming this is 20.
Daniel should realize in this hand that he's beat. But
how much is it?
You just get shell-shocked after a while.
Yeah.
You think that someone sometime is going to make a move on you.
This is nuts. How can I flop the nuts every hand and lose? How can I always lose? I gotta figure out a hand that he has. Hang on, this can take me a second. Ace 8 he could have.
Daniel, you got to figure out a hand you could beat. Not that he could have.
25 on the turn, right? No. 12 on the turn. King 10. I don't think you're gonna raise me. Pocket jacks. You might raise me.
Why isn't this an easy laydown for Daniel,
You
Gabe?
could have.
He's just shell-shocked. You constantly feel that after you have bad luck that people are going to take shots at you. And he must feel that Eric Lindgren is capable of taking a shot here. But the question he's not really asking himself is, what did Eric Lindgren call on the flop and the turn with?
Ellie.
Could he have a hand like
72,700.
Jack 10, Jack 9, and just be raising here, trying to take away the pot? Seems like Daniel's convincing himself that that's what's going on.
Well, it's a $72,000 decision. 72.7 to be exact.
Flopping the nuts. My credit's good, so I can get more money.
It would make this pot, by itself, almost $250,000.
31. What in the world do you got? I don't know. No idea. $72.7, right?
Doesn't look like Daniel's going to get away from this.
I don't know what he has. I have no idea. I'm just going to call. Full house is good.
4-8s.
4-8s, that's about right. This just gets me sick. It's getting so sick.
When Daniel watches this, I think he's going to realize what a bad call that was.
I never see so many cold deck that Daniel runs.
Have you?
I never see that.
It's just getting absurd.
The Quads get Negranu again. This time he loses the pot worth $233,000.
You know how you can tell when Daniel has a straight? I got to read on him. The board's pairing.
Yeah, the board keeps pairing. That's how you can tell.
2 straights on the flop and a set over set, and he lost all 3 of them.
It's crazy.
これからも過去の有名なハンドの翻訳や解説動画をアップしていくのでチャンネル登録よろしくお願いします。ではまた次の動画でお会いしましょう。